Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
Let's see if this works. Okay, can you hear me? Wait, let's go. Yes. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please say something, somebody. I see poke, poke, nudge, nudge, but I don't see anything else. Okay, so for some reason, my mic isn't working. Okay, we're there. Okay, okay. Whew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here and putting up with my shenanigans. So, thank you. So, last week I showed you the journal cover that I potentially want to use out of an old book. And I already know that I'm going to have to make the spine bigger because I made 3 pages like this one that I'm getting ready to show you. And my intention is to make 3 journal inserts with 5 pages each. So this journal is going to probably end up being 6 inches deep. I'm not sure. So last week I showed how I basically covered some paper. So I had 2 book pages that I spliced together down the middle, and then I took some of my leftover papers, my mixed media papers, scrapbook papers, digital images, book pages, magazine images, and covered all of that. So here's what we did last week. I kind of showed a few different things like these pockets here. This was some mixed media papers, some of Norella's digital papers as well. This is a little mini journal. And I've got this paper clip on here to help hold it when I was flipping the page over. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you. It was falling out. Okay, what just happened? Okay. Thank you so very much. I've been doing my own nails, and I painted them nice bright red with a little bit of gold. So thank you. Thank you, Margie, for your donation. So this side, I've got, this is one of Norella's images, Norella's image here. I used a coloring book page, another one of Norella's images here, and here. I just kind of, after the live, I added a few little things like the little embellishment here. This was, I think I have a tutorial. I'm not positive if I got it published yet. But I have a tutorial showing how I made a bunch of cards, postcard, one of Norella's images that I glued to a piece of cardstock. This was just a long skinny piece that I had, and I added a sticker to it. So this goes in here, just lots of options. I made a little tiny pocket on top of this pocket. So, pardon me, it holds a tiny library card. That's a rubber stamp in my shop. And then I took a scrap of paper and stamped with one of the flowers from the Dainty Flower set. And then I accordion folded it, add a little distress inks. And so we have this little kind of a booklet look that you can add. And then this is a flip out page that has a smaller, in that it's not a full 8.5 by 11 journal right there, and with a mixed media pocket. I had this ticket on my desk. I know Robin's like, how do you use tickets? Well, I happen to have these little scraps. So I just added the scraps on top of the ticket with a little bit of some thread and put that there. And then this opens up. I showed y'all how to make this little pocket using one of my clusters. That's from my cluster tutorial. This is another one of Norella's images and a gel print over there. So this goes like this. I made another little pocket here, and I just happen to have these little pieces left over from Norella's kits. And then down here, I had a rubber stamped image that I had colored a long time ago and fussy cut it out. And I thought that would be a great little addition to the pocket. And then I had this little image from Calico Collage that I attached to a piece of cardstock and put down there. And then this is a tiny envelope that I made. I've got several tutorials in the past where I've made those, and this has my tiny postcard that I put in here. And then this was just a piece of scrapbook paper that I just stamped the word thoughts onto a scrap and thought, well, that looks kind of cute sticking out there. On the back side of the flip out here, try to get this where you can see it, I had this piece of scrapbook paper. Where did you just fall out of? Okay, right there. I had this scrapbook paper in my stash that I had folded in half and basically made a pocket on the inside that I decided to add some mixed media paper, gel print, one of Norella's images, rubber stamped. And then on the inside, I grabbed a few of my papers. This is some of my mop-up papers. This is some coffee dyed paper, just to make a smaller journal. And then in the pocket, I added a couple of Norella's images that I had laying around. And that fits in this pocket here. And then down here, I had another piece of, what do you call this, coloring book page. And I just kind of accordion folded it and left it for writing. I had some stickers in my stash that I used. And I didn't even think about this last week while we were making all of this side. I completely forgot about this side. So after the live, I went in and added a whole bunch of goodies. I added these two pockets, and this is a layered pocket, one on top of the other. Up here, I happen to have a card that I had stamped a while back. This is the sketched wildflowers, and this is the dragonfly stamp that I watercolored here. And that just fits in the pocket. One of Norella's images that I stuck in here. This was a card that someone sent to me, and I thought, well, it just kind of goes with my eclectic theme. I had a couple more of Norella's images. This was an envelope that someone had stamped and sent to me. Actually, I think they had the stickers, and I stamped on it after the fact. And they had sent me a card that, no, this is a card I made. So I made this card. I was trying to remember. I think this had a note in it or something, and I just recycled the envelope because I liked the little stickers that were on it. So I'm going to stick that back in here. And this goes, oh wait, right here. Like that. So this is going to be one page, and I already decorated two more. So I'm going to go ahead and show those to y'all, just so you kind of get the idea of what I'm doing. So I did the Franken page concept in that I just took scraps of paper and covered a flat piece of paper until I got it completely covered. And then I came back in and started adding things that I had made, or I made something to hold a card, a journal card, something to journal upon. So here's another one of these envelopes in a larger size. I stamped, that's the henna rose and one of Beeline Designs Butterfly Beauties. And then I had the word beauty stamped on one of my labels. Over here, I made a little pocket. This is kind of a multi-pocket. So there's a pocket in the back, then there's this skinny pocket here, and then there's a pocket down the side. And I just added some pieces that I had in my stash. So this is a great way to just use up all the pieces. If you didn't know, the journal pages are 11 3/4 tall, and I believe it's 9 inches wide. So here's another tag, one of my mixed media cards that I made a while back. Over here, I have a journal that I made. So I had some cardstock, and again, mixed media paper, Norella's images. This is a watercolor paper that I just watercolored a little block, and then I stamped over the top of it. And I decided to make a kind of a smaller journal out of some swap journal pages. So back in 2017, I did a swap. I hosted it where everybody mailed in X number of journal pages with the specifications of make it this size by this size, and it needs to have at least one journal card in it. So I found that bag of them because I hadn't done anything with them, and I thought, well, this would be perfect. You know, I thought about making a journal out of all of them, but I thought this was better. So like this one is from Rachel Reed from 2017, and she added like little mop-up paper that she had. This is one of Calico Collage. This is actually a secondary pocket, so you can add more stuff to it. I think this is handmade paper, but I'm not sure. I know she at least embossed it. There's a pocket here, I added some coffee dyed paper, a mop-up paper. This was paper that I dyed with avocados, and I just stitched it on my sewing machine. So I got a few more papers, and then this is another side. And I just thought that would be a handy way to have another little journal that you can take out, write in it, and then put it back in. Here's another little pocket and a little bingo card. So I'm trying to put that back in there. There we go. And then this goes in, there's a magazine page. This goes back in this pocket. And then I had an altered paper clip to help hold it so that when you were flipping the pages, it didn't fall out, okay? And then over here, I ended up adding 2 little pockets on top of calico collage, one of my gel prints. I think this is a piece of scrapbook cardstock. Another one of my postcards. This is another mixed media paper that I made. I think I wrinkled that up. We'll have to fix it. And this, oh, this one goes up here. And then this was a page that someone had sent to me. I think it's a napkin that they had added some mixed media stuff over the top of it, hot Mod Podge, or maybe even some paint. And then I added just a journal card out of some scrapbook paper and coffee dyed paper on top. So it's a pocket inside of a pocket. This is a garment tag. I think I still have some here. So they're little tags that I had from wherever, clothing that we got at the shop or I bought, and I added one of my gel prints, digital image from Calico Collage. I added some coffee dyed paper to the back and then rubber stamped on that so that we could have just something else in the pocket. And then this one, again, I did the same technique where it flips over. So I had some more pockets here. This time is a mixed media page that I made in the background, and there's a pocket here that I haven't put anything in yet. I rubber stamped the back, and this was a book page that I painted with acrylic paint and stamped over the top of it. So that goes over here. This is my train check rubber stamp, and this is my little, I don't know if it's a flourish rubber stamp, and then the tiny Bella Rose stamp from Beeline Designs. Another one, Norella's Images. This was another sticker that I had in my stash. I made this little card, sheet music, Norella's Images, the Be Fearless rubber stamp, and then there's a mixed media paper in the background. This is my new rubber stamp junk journal, so it's the both words. This was a little fold up envelope that you're supposed to, pardon me, glue a seal here and then you can just ship it. But I just used one of Norella's Images to cover up where it's supposed to be sealed so we could have that in the pocket. The next subscription box is going to be out in April, and it's going to be about the stars, celestial type things. So then over here, I've got, this is a busy little thing going on. I've got a paper sack that I stamped the word Cheris on a piece of coffee dyed cardstock. In that pocket, I have the library card number 2, and I have a little tag that I made a long time ago that I'm sticking in there. Behind the sack, I have another one of these journal pages that someone had made in the swap. Oh, this was from Christy Morris. And I just added a few things like this card that was blank that was given to me. And this opens up. I did change this one. Christy had put this really thick 3D embellishment, like here's one of them is a pearl, and when I closed this up it was just all bulky and weird, so I just pulled them off, and when I did it kind of tore the paper, you can kind of see, and so I glued this over the top of it. And then I had a card that was sent to me when my mother died that said thinking of you, so I added the follow your soul and the butterfly, and then I covered up where they had written to me with some coffee dyed paper so that could be additional writing space. And then this is just a mixed media page that I made a while back and cut up and made little cards. I think this is another card that was sent to me that I just thought was kind of pretty, so I'm putting that in here. And then this flips over. Another tag that I think came with this And then this was for Norellas that I added to this book page pocket. And then I found another card that was in my stash that was given to me, and I thought it was just kind of pretty, so I stuck that in there. So that goes behind. And then in the pocket or the bag, I used a scrap of this cardstock, and I happened to pick up this notepad of coloring book notepad, I guess you could say. And I thought, well, it looked kind of cute if I attached it. I did add some pretty paper to the back. I didn't put anything in the pocket yet, so let's see what I've got here. I just saw a whole bunch of journal cards. I wonder if this one will fit. Okay, that one will fit. So that'll be good to stick in there. I did sew the fabric on the top, and then I glued the sequin trim over the top of it because I thought it needed a little bit of bling. Okay. Love the bird. The bird's pretty in it. So that goes in here. And then this flips over, and I've already showed you this side. So that's the back side. And this was a page out of a magazine that was given to me. And this is a piece of cardboard that actually came from an oatmeal box. It was white on the inside, and there was words on this side, but I covered it with the image and then added the word bloom. And then put this in here, pardon me. I don't think I made that a pocket. Oh, I did. I did make that a little tuck spot. So if I have a little something that I want to stick in there, I can. And then I had a piece of scrapbook paper that I used one of my clusters on. And this is just a book page that I folded into a pocket. This will go right here. I stamped the word notes and used another one of Norella's images over there. And this actually goes, come on, right here. Okay, for some reason, I'm not able to operate this today. There we go. Okay, so that was, I did that one on Sunday. And then I've got another one here. So this one, I ended up using the Cherish again. I had this journal card that had lines, so I just added the little rose. This is from the Dancing Dragonflies, one of Norella's images there. This was something that was given to me, so I just stuck it in here. And in this little pocket, I think this is from, oh, it's the one with the foxes on it. Charming Forest. I think that's from Charming Forest. And then I added that to the top of it. And then this was a die-cut butterfly, I think that was given to me. And I have a piece of scrapbook paper, a book page, just to make a little writing space. And then this was a tag that was given to me, and this was from one of Norella's kits that I stuck in here. It's another journal card that I made. I have a tutorial that's supposed to be published soon. I thought I'd already done it, but I don't think I have. This is from the Dragonfly Delight journal kit from Calico Collage, and I just happened to find it, and so I used it there. And then over here, I used a gel print and then some more of my stickers that I found in my stash. And then I added in the pocket, I got this little image. I don't know where this one came from. I think this was given to me. And then this is one of Norella's images. Another library card. Apparently I was using lots of library cards. And then I had some cardstock laying on my desk. And so I thought, well, why not make it just an oversized card? I could add some pages to this to make it into a journal. I just haven't done that yet. I think this is going to be one of these ongoing journals that I'm just going to keep adding more and more to. Then down here, this is a paint chip that someone had sent me this, so I glued it on top. And another one of my postcards that are stamped that I put together. And then this was a failed attempt at using my envelope punch board. So I cut off the edges, so I was left with this piece, and I was sitting here looking at trying to figure out what to do, and it was thin paper. So I glued a piece of sheet music on the other side, and when I trimmed it off, there was just enough left for when I cut off the angles. I don't know if you can see down inside there, but I folded the corners in so this could become a pocket, and then I just stamped this little henna rose with some rainbow ink, and I thought that would be kind of cute right there. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is it? There you go. Thank you so much, Lori. Oh, and I used some of your paper, Lori. I'll show you in a little bit. You probably won't recognize it, but I'll show you. All right, so another pocket here. This was another element that someone had given to me. I think I cut off the card, or it was just sitting a pile of stuff. Another one of the journal pages that someone had made. I added this little card. Again, it was something that was given to me to the inside. And then I added these cards to the inside back. And then made this pocket for it to fit in. Over here is another one of these garment tags that I decorated. One of Norella's images, and then I used Collect Beautiful Moments. That's another one of my rubber stamps. I love all the colors. I hope y'all like this. And then I flip this over. So over here, I've got Beeline Designs. This was the butterfly collection. And then this was an image I got from Tattered Angels. They have this specialty paper that you could watercolor on, and I thought, well, that'd be kind of pretty to stick in there. So another one of these little paper envelopes, and I stamped and put this little rose in there a long time ago. Over here is a envelope that I made out of a book page and did some collage on, and it's held closed with an altered paper clip. On the inside, I wasn't really sure what to put in it, so I just grabbed a piece of scrapbook paper. It's thinner, but I think it's fine for this. Could always add other stuff, so that just slides down in there. And then this paper clip's closed. And then behind this, I think this is from the Punked Out Steam Kit, because it's got the gears. I did trim it just a little bit because I didn't put my pocket down low enough. I didn't want this sticking out. This was scrapbook paper I had. I just was trying to use up a little bit of everything. I think this is something that I started during a live stream a long time ago. Basically, each one of these pages is an envelope. And so what I did was I added a pocket in each one, but I haven't put anything in the pockets yet. This is from a good book. The paper here is, and here, and here. There's an envelope here. Oh, there was something in that one. It's one of the coneflower rubber stamp. And then this flips over. So it's another envelope there, and another envelope there, and there's a pocket here. And then this is another piece of paint chip and another little decoration that I had left over from scrapbook. And then I had this that I made for another journal but didn't use it, and it just happened to fit. And what I did was I taped the lace to the back of it so that I could have a pocket in the very back. That's where this one is. And I think there's a pocket. Is there a pocket on top? No, it's just on the back side because this was just flat. So I don't know, this was just something that I played around with a long time ago, so it's kind of fun to use up all the things that I made a while back, and it's been sitting in my stash for a while. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On the back side here, waiting for the dancing sheep, the dancing sheep, the dancing sheep. Thank you, Gina, for subscribing. Yeah, Morgan, it's very, very unique. All right, so these are some more of Norella's Fussy Cut images. This was a playing card that someone sent to me, and I just covered the back with some coffee dye paper. So you got the pretty bird on this side, and then you can write on the other side. This is something different. So this is one of Norella's images that I cut, and then I glued a pocket to the back side of it, and then I added a index card so you can write on this piece, and then it sticks down inside, and you can line it back up, and it just comes in a embellishment. Yeah, you like the stacked envelopes? Oh, thank you, Ashley. So over here I had another one of these multi-pockets where I took a ticket and stamped it. Had a card that I added one of Norella's images, and then this was just a scrap of mixed media paper on top of a little long skinny piece of craft colored cardstock. So this is going to be 3 of the pages, and my idea was these would each be one part of the signature, but as you can see, if I flip this up, it's already gator mouth. So I'm going to have to, when I'm done, tear off or cut off the spine and make this journal even bigger. Okay, so you saw all that. Crazy, huh? I have started with some scrapbook papers. Most of y'all probably know that I have an abundance of scrapbook paper, mainly because I used to make a ton of handmade greeting cards and I sold them. And then when all the shops closed down, I am stuck with a room full of supplies that I've been trying to use up. So here's what I did. These are 12 by 12 papers that I cut off 1 inch so that they're 11 inches tall but still 12 inches wide. And I folded them in half, and I decided that I would glue 2 papers together because they were just thin, regular scrapbook paper. They're not cardstock. And then I stitched around that outside edge. So I just kind of picked a few papers that I thought would be great for backgrounds because I want to glue pockets on top of them. So I'm just going to grab one of these. And then what I did was I took some papers that were all just pretty much neutral colors. For example, some music, I had some dictionary papers, I had some hymnals that Lori Merchant sent me some of those. There's one of them. And I glued those all to one big book page. And then I went in and I stenciled on top of them. So this is the small rose stencil with some Tattered Angel sprayed through it. And this is from the April 22 Stencil Club. And then after I did that, I made sure it was dry. I stamped and put embossing powder over several different stamped images. Then I went in and zigzag stitched over all of the seams and cut them up into pockets. So my idea was, let's make this, I've added strips to the back. My idea was that you could fold this paper and make a pocket. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Lori. So I appreciate it when y'all send me stuff. I'm trying to use it. Yeah, it's a very big and tall journal for sure. It's going to be huge. So I've got like, that one could go there. And I thought, well, maybe this one can go down below. Like so. Big and tall. It's going to be fluffy. So I thought those would be kind of interesting on top of that page. What do you think? I'm just going to move that over for a second. Okay, I'm going to blow my nose. Pardon me. I'm going to mute you for a moment so you don't hear me do it. All right, get some hand sanitizer. Old hymnal pages are your favorite. I love them. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, use scrap papers, but it's still breeding. Well, I've got a, here's what I've been doing. If I cut up something, it's going in this little basket. So I'll kind of tip it up. So I've got a little basket here that I'm just putting the scraps in. And then I'm trying to rummage through those and use the scraps in order to make a thingy of whatever kind. So I think what I'm going to do is glue this one down here at the bottom. So how is everybody? Have y'all had a good week? I've been busy. We went on vacation, most of you know, and we got back a week ago Saturday, and we ended up working all day Sunday when we got back, and then I had my live stream on Monday, and then I've worked Tuesday through Saturday at the shop, And I got to spend some time yesterday in my craft room, but I was trying to spend even just 10-15 minutes in my craft room this past week and made a couple of little things like that journal that I showed you. And yes, it's a very overflowing journal. Oh, cool. So you got a bunch. That'll be good, Lori. You heard that, not really. So, I'm just trying to spend a few minutes here and there when I could, but sometimes by the time I get home from work and we eat dinner and we might sit down and watch television for just a little bit, I am wore out. I think I want to leave a little bit of space here. Now, I haven't planned an actual journal card yet for this pockets that I've made. But I think what I want to do is go ahead and add some more pockets. And I'm thinking this time we'll turn the pockets sideways. And then we'll make some journal cards and put those in there. Okay. So my thought was if I put this here, and then I can have a journal card that comes in this way. So let me pick a different one, like this one. And that's what I liked about doing the collage, if in a sense, montage of different book pages. I did a bunch. So here's a little, I made all of these today. I just haven't put the tabs on for pockets so that I can make pockets out of them. Okay, we'll put that right here. And this one right there. Like so. And then what if we were to put those on the page like that, and then we'd have pockets going this way. And they're different sizes, and I'm okay with that. You finally got your craft room setting it up? Yay, Jennifer! She sent me a picture, and it's going to be really lovely when she gets it completed. I know it's a space that she will truly enjoy, especially since she gets to set it up herself. Okay, I think this is what I want. Yeah. I heard a noise behind me. I thought maybe Hercules was gotten up, but he's sound asleep. Okay, so that one will go there, and then we'll do this one. This is a great way to make your own papers out of book pages and stencils and rubber stamps. Kind of think of it like a mixed media masterboard, if you will. Okay, like that. All right, so we've got pockets here and pockets there. So let's make something to go in the pockets. So I'm going to get my ruler out. All right, so this one's approximately 4.5. 4.5. I think I'm going to go this way. About 4. So if I had 4-inch pieces of paper, that would fit in there. So here's what I did earlier. Was I just took a piece of cardstock and I sprayed it with some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist through the stencil, and then I picked it up with another cardstock piece, so I have these two pieces. And I thought what we could do is just trim these up. I think if I did 4.25, it might fit. I think it will. Which I could cut these in half. So I'm going to get out my paper cutter. I'll cut this at 4.25. And before I cut them all, I'm just going to kind of test it. So that will fit there. That one will fit there. That one will fit there. Oh, look at there. We did pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one too. I may not use all of them on this page, but I can get them made and use them on another page if I want. All right, so 5.5 inches would be in half, And basically I would get 4 cards out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Ah, gotcha. He was still watching football this morning. Now he was probably watching football, not American football. All right, so we got those. I think we should round the corners probably. So I'm going to grab my crocodile paper punch and just round these corners. This is the Feeding Frenzy stencil that I used. And I used 2 different colors of Tattered Angels, a blue and a pink, which kind of gives it this nice little fade into each other. What have y'all been working on? I've just been busy, busy, busy. He watches American football too? Okay. We just had our Super Bowl. I don't even know who won. Didn't watch it, didn't care. I was talking to Norella today, and she goes, have you seen this on the news? And I was like, no, I don't watch the news. I don't need that negativity in my life. So this would fit. Now, I may end up changing my mind because it may be too tall because I didn't glue my pocket down far enough. But that's okay. I know it'll fit here. Now, will it fit over here? Barely. So the next one I may need to move over a little bit. Maybe we'll do something else with these. If anything, I can make them to fit in this one pocket here and find something else for the other pockets. And talks to it, talks to the television. Ah, that's funny. All right, so I'm just going around the edges. I don't know why. I really like the way it looks when you add the distressing to the papers. I just think it gives it just a little better, you know, if you look at the difference between this one and this one. What you doing, Jennifer? Oh yeah, we're supposed to have high wind and snow, tornadoes, all kinds of stuff tomorrow, I think. I don't want any of that. Thank you very much. Just kind of doing the edges. All right, let's do the backs. I have no idea what I'm going to put on these. I haven't thought that through. I was spending a lot of my day making the pockets today. And I'm going around my room and trying to find things that I could use. Maybe what we'll do is I'll grab another piece of cardstock and make some more journal cards that we can use. I'm not going to do the backs of these right now. Okay. I'm going to set this right there. Put this away for a moment. All right, so I got another piece of cardstock, but I think this time I'm going to get a coffee dyed piece of cardstock. I know I have one. Here's one. So I've got this. I'll get my spray box. Lay that down inside there. And let's pick a different stencil. So I did the Feeding Frenzy stencil, so I'll put that back in here. Let's see what we got here. I've got the Baroque flower stencil, boxed flowers, floral delight. I'm trying to see if where's one. We could do the little daisy stencils. Let's do the more little daisy stencil. Okay. So I'm just going to lay this on top. And I think I want one more piece of coffee dyed cardstock if I have one. Yep, I do. So I've got that ready. And I may change my mind. I think I'm going to do it this way instead. I wasn't going to do the coffee dye, but I think I'm going to do this. Thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I think what I want to do now is let's spray this. I've got fully purple. And then this is called Jack Frost. It's kind of the color closest to Curious. That's the one, Curious. So I'm just going to spray this. Okay, put that back over here. I'm going to take the white cardstock, which is kind of a linen cardstock, has a texture to it. And lay that on top and mop up that Tattered Angels. She didn't like you today, Sheila. Okay, let's see how this looks. So I have a little bit of a texture on there. But I think I'm going to like this one better. Come on, come out of there. Oh yeah, I like that. I think that turned out pretty, didn't it? Okay. So, I'll cut this again at 4 1/4, but I think I'll cut the individual pages a little bit shorter. So, if I look at this, 5 inches would stay within the page. So let's cut 5. I'll do one more. And we'll make something out of that later. So then this should fit right there. Like that. What do you think? All right, so then this one up here, I think, let me move that out of the way. If I do it at 4 1/2, that will keep it from going across the top. So if I put this in here, yeah, so I'll do another one at 4 1/2, and then I'll have it ready. We'll have a little piece like that. Okay, so let's round the corners of these. And then let's find something to decorate them with. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, do I got the right way? Yeah. Okay, like that. Okay. There. All right, put that back up here. Get the distress ink out. I just think it makes it so much better when you add the distress inks to it. Now I could sit here and spray 5 or 6 different papers so I have different patterns to deal with, so I don't have the same ones. But I think just for time, I may just do the one today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You can do a mass making session where you just sit down and make a whole bunch of journal cards and just pretty much keep them the same size. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I have some of these images from Calico Collage. I have some of these images too, and I know I have, oh, I need to fold that one up. You know, I've got some gel prints and papers. So let's look at this. Probably could take this out of the way, right? So let's deal with these papers. Maybe we'll do like that. Maybe one more. Just for, okay, these are different sizes. Okay. Kind of doing a mass making in a sense, just laying them all out. So, what looks good on these? Like, for example, we could lay that in here. I've got a larger unicorn image. That would be pretty on there. I have some other, oh, I have these bird images. That would look good down there. Are y'all still with me? And let's do this bird image. These are all from Calico Collage. I'm just kind of grabbing a few. Oh, I like this iris. My mom loved irises and lilies. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm going to poke those back in here for now. We'll come back to those. We'll use those somewhere else. So it's good to have stuff pre-cut, if you will. All right, so are these too bright? Let's cut some of this. How big is this? This is 4 1/4. So if I did 2 and a smidge, that's a technical term, you know. And then these are how big? This is 8 inches. So if I did this at 4, let's see how this looks. I got 4 of them now. So what if we were to do something like put that over that? Okay. Kind of give us a little color with the image. Using my gel prints, and this is actually a digital download of a gel print. So if you don't have a gel plate, but you have a printer, you can always download my little gel prints. All right, I think I want, I'm changing my mind about this paper. I'm going to see if I have something else that fits, that's better. I have this bright pink. What if we did this one? Okay, so turn my paper cutter where I can see. And I'm going to cut this at about 2 1/4 inches. And we're going to cut this at 4 1/4. And let's see how this looks. Like that. Okay, so we're getting there, a little at a time. Bye, Julie. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping in today. I greatly appreciate you hanging out with us. Okay, so maybe some, I just saw them, what I do with them. I had some book pages that I had cut up. All right, Linda, where'd you put them? So what happens when you clean and you don't remember where you put stuff? I made them. Well, poo. I just cut them all up and had them all ready. Ah, there they are. They got buried. So these were all book pages that I had for the Franken page that I made for the pockets. All right, so I've got a piece of sheet music here. And it may be too big, I don't know. I don't really want to cover up the Tattered Angels background, but I kind of like the way that looks too. What do you think? Poke already, wow. Y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. I have no idea what we're going to do for a door prize. What else do I have here? I have a smaller piece. I may have to cut it. Just a smidge. I may not use it. I think I need a darker color. I've got this Spanish book pages. I have no idea what it says, what the book was, but maybe if I cut a strip, that would look kind of cool, just to add a little strip. Let's do that real fast. It's about a, let's see, how big is this? This is not quite 3.5 inches, so not quite 1 3/4. Would that work? Like so. Just a little touch behind there. What do you think? You like it? Okay, good. All right, so there's two. So let's do this one. All right, so I got those. And then I got another piece of this book page, sheet music. I'm thinking of putting that one here. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to take these and let's see, these are a different size than those. So if I remember correctly, I turn my paper cutter the way I know how to measure, like this. All right, so these were 4.5. So I'm going to take 2 of these and cut them to be 4 1/4 in length. Save the little pieces. So that'll go here. And then this one will go here. So we get a nice little layer going on. And then these 2 pieces are also, these are 5 inches. All right, so I can cut these at 4 1/2. Yeah? Or 4 3/4. Let's do 4 3/4. Okay. You like the more color with the book pages? Yeah. Like that. Alrighty. All right, I think that's coming together as journal cards. All right. Did y'all enter the raffle? Let me dig around here. Let's see what I have. Okay, I've got something. We'll do. I was digging around in my stash and I found something that I thought, well, I'll just share it with somebody else because it's probably not something I'm going to use. So the winner of 200 junk bucks is the Mrs. Edmondson. Congratulations. All right, reset. And this is, what does I want to call this? A paper. All right, we're going to call this Paper Sack Goodies number 1. I'm going to get a sticky note because I've got 2 of these. So we're going to give 2 of them away. One now, one later. Call this number 1. All right, so this is just a paper sack that has some stuff in it. This was all given to me. And I was like, well, it's not necessarily things that I would use. Like, this is a transparency film that says play hard and ooh la la. And then these are frames. So there is 1, 2, 3 frames and then an inner piece there. And then here's some more little acetate little things that you can attach. And it wasn't anything that I was going to use anytime soon. So I thought, I'll just pass these along. So y'all could enter the raffle for some little goodies, okay? All right, move that over here. All right, so let's get some distress inks. And we're gonna add some distress inks to our book page and my gel prints that I have in here. And then we'll layer these together. I think what I want to do is I'm going to go to the sewing machine here in a few minutes. So we'll get the sewing lamb out. Thank you, Giovanna, for this little lamb. And I think what I want to do is glue these pieces together and then stitch them when they're loose like this and then glue them to the base. Does that make sense? I don't want stitches going all the way through my cardstock because I want the other side to be usable writing space. Okay, so we'll put those together. So put that like that. Let's do this one. Sewing lamb. It's coming up in a moment. Okay, this one, I think it's already got distress inks all the way around. I need to do these. Okay. I'll do this one. I may not put all of these on this journal page. Just what my thinking is what I'll do is I'll make all of these. I'm going to make other pages like this one, and then I can distribute these cards between the pages so they're not all matchy-matchy on the same page. They're kind of distributed throughout. That makes sense? All right, so I'm going to put this piece on here, this piece on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue to hold these together. Not a whole lot, but just a little. And glue this down. I had my bone folder here a minute ago. I must have put it up. I did. I actually put something away. Can you believe it? Smooth that out. And then I'll glue this piece down. Okay. Did Creative Nana finally win something? We'll put this right here. All right, so we'll set that over here. And then we'll do, let's do this one next. Glue this down. Put this on top. Doo-doo-doo. Here we go. We're just a-gluing. Glue this one down. Okay. Kind of like it. All right, so those are going to go together. And then we'll glue these together. Thank you, Susie, so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, by the way, if you've made a donation, make sure you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and create a user account there, and then send me a message that says, hey, Linda, I'm Susie Grote on YouTube, and I made a donation. And what I'll do is I'll add you to my YouTube donator membership that I have on my website, and that will give you some free digital downloads as well as a discount on items in my shop. Okay, I'm going to like that. So let's do this one. Okay, so I need to put glue right here. Kind of come in. Okay, and put some glue right here. Like so. I'll go ahead and come in. Put some glue right there. Glue right there. Okay. We're gonna have a nice little stack here. I think next what we'll do after we sew it is I'll go and look for some stamped words, see if I have enough. If not, we can stamp some. The unicorn's your favorite one. I like this unicorn set from Norella. I need to print them out some more because I've used quite a few of them. Okay. And then this one can go right here. I don't know if I need to put just a smidge of glue down there. I'm trying to keep them together with the card that I plan to put them on, since they're all kind of sized. Put those in here. And then we'll do this one. Okay, right down the middle, like so. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is I've got this stack here. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, and I think I just want to stitch on these pieces just a little bit of some stitches, just for the decorative purpose of stitches, okay? All right, so let's go sewing lamb. I may need to twist my sewing machine a little bit. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. So I think what I want to do is just kind of stitch from here across and then back over, which will kind of put these all together, and then just adding that little touch of stitches. Almost every journal page so far that I've made has some kind of stitching, whether it been on the pocket or a journal card, so that I could keep that theme going. So let's do that here. Now if you don't have a sewing machine, you could always use something like the Shabby Stitches rubber stamp set. Maybe you have a Stitches stamp set. You could also what they call slow stitch by hand. Just make some little decoration. You could also glue some trim. You know, don't think that what I show is what you have to do. You can think outside the box. What do you have that you could use instead of? You could use washi tape. Maybe you've got a real narrow washi tape that you want to glue into place. This for an additional texture piece. Okay, let's go here. All week I've had allergy issues. I think I may have had a head cold because Tuesday night, I was trying to think which day it was, I could not breathe. My head was all stopped up. I was blowing my nose. It's been a rough week. All right, so this time, since the paper is big enough. I think I'm going to go all the way around the unicorn image. And I'll probably do the same thing with the, what was the other one? I think it's a birds. Yeah, birds. I'm not putting any 3D embellishments on the cards. I may use some flat things like the words, and I might use a little bit of fabric with the words. That's probably what we'll get out next. I find that the 3D embellishments are just so bulky. I don't like the way they push out the journal pages. And I don't know. They're pretty, but I don't like them in my journals. And which is funny is I have a bunch of them, so I need to start giving them away, I guess, because I'm not going to use it. I've got so much stuff in my stash that I can't get rid of it yet. Can't throw it away, but I'm not going to use it, so I need to do something with it. I did manage to find some little acrylic boxes in my stash that folded up that were for putting greeting cards in, and the fingernails that I've been making fit perfectly. So I cut a piece of cardstock, put some double-sided foam tape on it, and now I have a little storage thing. So I think I'm going to do now is just glue these all together, and then I'll dig through my words and see what we can put on these. Let's move this out of the way. Put this right here. Smooth it out. I just saw that this edge didn't get any distress ink on it, so let's add some. All right, so we've got this one. We'll do another. We've got a boss fight going. Lots of junk bucks. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring this out for one more week, so week 3 maybe, of this giant journal. Depends on how much time we have today. Because I may just take some time off camera to make pages. Just gluing all these down. I did dig through my stash and I found some wallpaper, and I have some calendar images that my brother gave to me from when he went to an estate sale a while back. And I think I'm going to put those together and make pages out of the wallpaper and the calendar. This is going to be one fluffy journal, that's for sure. You stay there. Okay, that's more. Those there. Nothing like watching glue dry. Okay, put that one there. Last one. So we can still see the pattern in the background on these. Okay. All right, so we've got 6 cards here. I'm trying to get them in camera view. Maybe I'll slide these over and move these up. Move the pockets out of the way. You see all of those now? I think that's better. All right, did we lock up? Because I didn't see any chatting going on. All right, so now we need some words. So I'm looking for my little folder of words. I also have some other words. I'm going to get those out too while I'm not thinking about it. I used to sell these. I don't know if I have any in my shop still. This was before I made my own rubber stamps. Oh, and I have some few fussy cut butterflies here. What else do I have? Excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose again. Okay, hand sanitizer. Okay. People are mesmerized by the gluing. Okay. So let's see what we have. Follow your feelings. Maybe we'll put that one down here. What do we have here? This is Let's Adventure. I have This Is My Story. We could put there. I have, what else do I have over here? Leave. Embrace the chaos. I don't think that goes with any of those. Not really. Ah, how about this? Don't forget to fly. And this one says use your wings. So we just need something there. Everything has beauty. How's that? I made this little, basically a 5x7 card that I put some transparency paper or plastic and stitched it down and made it two-sided. And then whenever I have scraps of paper laying on my desk, I've been stamping the words so I could use those. Believe in the magic. Oh, I do have that rubber stamp, Believe in Magic. I don't know if I can, let me see if I can find it. I put things away the other day. It's not there. I believe in magic. Okay. I believe in magic. I need an acrylic block that this can fit upon. Alright, so we got that. And then I need my little strips of paper. Where is it? Ah. Let's see if we have one that can fit upon. Maybe this one. I think that might work. All right, so I'm going to stamp I Believe in Magic. I saved the strips, like this is where I cut apart a digital image. So I save those, and I'm going to get my stamp lined up straight as I can. Use my archival ink jet black and stamp that right here. All right, let's see how this looks. Remember when you're stamping to hold your stamp for a moment so that it kisses that paper and the ink will transfer. There we go. It's a little crooked. So I think I'm going to redo this. Why are you crooked? There we go. Okay, that's better. It's a little close to the bottom, but it's better. So I'm just going to trim it, save my scrap. Okay, let's add some distress inks to it. Okay, so we'll put this one back here, put that over there, and let's add some distress inks to these pieces. You shouldn't be giving out 2 winners. I don't have him loaded twice. I don't know. That's weird. I just see 1 winner. So you might need to refresh. I don't see 2 windows open. because I'm not seeing a duplicate myself. Let me make sure. No, I don't have two windows open. It's just the one. I mean, it can happen. This one. It can happen. There we go. All right, so let's see what kind of fabric scraps I have. Ugh, I have embossing powder everywhere. There's glitter everywhere from using that today. Now, do we want the pink on the blue? I may have to put it down here in the corner. I kind of like the pink. So where's my fabric scissors? Down here. So what if we were to put this one down there, and then this is my story, so I'll get the pink on here, and cut that, so maybe that one will go down there, and this is Let's Adventure. Might as well keep using the pink fabric. I have it here, right? Don't be complaining. You're not losing it. No, I don't see two, so it's really weird. All right, let's put this one here. I may put it all the way up at the top. And then we'll do this one. Junkie Joe's been drinking, not complaining. You win bucks and you win bucks. You win more bucks. Well, I may have to go in and change the algorithm. All right, let's put that one there. And I think we need a different color. So I happen to have, I don't know if it's big enough. I have this scrap of a blue / purple. I don't know. Maybe like this. I kind of like that. Do you? Shows up. All right, and let's do this one. Don't forget to fly. Like so. I'm getting hungry. I ate lunch early, and I'm hungry. I may have to eat a cookie. All right, what was I going to do? I think I like the way those look. Do y'all like them? I think we're just going to glue those down. Everybody gets some bucks. You get some bucks, you get some bucks. All right, let's put this back over here. Put this away so I can find it another day. All right, let's glue these together. You like the blue? You just went and put your dinner in the oven? You hungry too? Beef stew and cornbread at Mom's. Awesome. We're having spaghetti. Henry made a big old pot of spaghetti yesterday. It was pretty good. So we have leftovers for dinner tonight. I think I'm gonna put it right there. Smooth it out. I know, Robin, you think we should put some bling on here. I'm already reading your mind. I know. I'll get it out. Just a moment. I've got some of those flat back rhinestones we can use. You're having leftover spaghetti too? Great minds think alike. I can't get my words out. Copycat. Copycat. Well, Henry's father, I don't remember what critter it was, but it's kind of like an antelope that he went hunting for, and gave us some of the ground meat. So Henry was trying to figure out what could we use that just in case the meat is kind of gamey tasting. Well, then Henry did some research and found out that this particular critter is closely, the taste of it and texture of the meat is kind of like beef. So then he's like, well, I'll just make spaghetti, because he thought he was going to have to do something like taco meat that really spice it up. And it was pretty good. I enjoyed eating it. And we've got some more in the freezer. Okay. I didn't know that when Henry was a kid, that his dad pretty much went hunting to provide food for the family. So he would learn about a hunting lease that he was able to go on. And I don't know, this man is able to make friends like you wouldn't believe. And he was able to go for free to a lot of places, or a very minimal fee, which is cheaper than buying meat at the grocery store once he has the animal and has it processed. So I was glad that he shared with us. You'll have deer meat chili? Yeah. Yeah, some people love deer meat chili. Okay. Chili with that game meat, because you love the spices. Okay, that one kind of went crooked, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. All right, so let's see what I have in the bling department. Let's see what I have that we can use. I have some larger bling. Let's use some of that up. This one open already though? We'll use that one first. Okay. That right there. So basically it comes on a strip, and what I like to do is just kind of cut them apart. Oh, that one just came right off. So I'm just going to find a spot. Let's put it right here, like in front of his ear. Okay. Come on. Oh, got another one that went rogue. Another one that went rogue. I'm trying to put them closer to the top so they don't interfere with the pocket too much. Maybe, come on now, right there. Right. And here's another one. Maybe we'll put it in this corner. Just adding a little bit of bling. Maybe right there. Okay, and I need one. Let's put one right here. Come on. And we'll put this one over here. Oh, it stuck to my finger instead. Oh, well, there's no adhesive on that one. So let's get some Fabri-Tac. Milk never spoiled in your house. Gotcha. Yeah, I can imagine. You gotta have that milk. Well, oh, you didn't like because you had to help process it? Ew, yeah. My stepfather, to be technical, we would buy a couple of steers or a cow that was a heifer that wasn't going to be bred. She was just strictly for meat. And then Dad would butcher it and then take it to the processing plant where they ground the meat and all that. All right, so there we go. There's some journal cards. So if we go back over here, and again, I'm going to swap these around, but I just wanted to show y'all some ideas. Like this unicorn one can go here. And then we had a shorter one that could go there. Okay. And then, if I remember correctly, we did these 5-inch ones that go over here. Like that. And we still can add some more things on top of these pockets. So You know what? Let me find some, maybe a gel print or two, and let's make some pockets to go on top. How's that? Okay, I need a drink. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna make y'all jealous. I have one Reese's peanut butter cup that I've been saving. My mother-in-law gave me a whole package of them at Christmas time, and this is the last one. So here I go. Yummy. I know, that was just cruel, wasn't it? Okay. What could we use? We have some blue and purple. I love Reese's. They're one of my favorites. What could we use? Oh, I've got this pink. I don't know, maybe a little piece of that pink could be a pocket. And I think that's too matchy-matchy. I do have this kind of a teal color. All right, I think that's what we're going to do is cut up these pieces. I'm going to grab a book page here. These are copy weight paper. So I'm just going to grab a couple of pieces. And let's make some smaller pockets to go on top of these pockets to hold things. Milky Way fan? Gotcha. You like the pink? Okay, I think what I want to do, let's make a couple of pockets. Let's see. If I made a 2-inch piece of paper, I think that'll work. So I'll cut 2-inch strip. Is that what I want to do? No. I want it, yeah, it could be, let's make it 2. Let's make it 2. We'll just make them 2 by 2. How's that? Or maybe 2. Is square what we want? Or do we want to make them 2 by 1.5? Let's see how this looks. So if we were to put that on there, that one kind of blends in, but it pops out up there. Okay. And we'll cut this to be 2 inches by 1.5. We're going to make little things to go in the pockets. Frozen Snickers is yum. Oh, I bet. So if I put that pink there. Okay, I like that pink. All right. Let's just cut a couple more. So I can have a few already made up. And that's part of, you know, just taking the time to sit down to make a few things to put on your journal pages can sure help when you're getting ready to build those pages. Then you can just grab and go. Okay. Pardon me. What are you doing, Hercules? It's only 5:17. I just looked at the clock. All right, so I got all of those little pieces. Okay, need another little bite of my Reese's. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would fit. right on there, maybe on like that. What do you think? Just the little bits. Put those up here for now. Okay, so move this over for a moment. I got out a book page just so that it was a little bit thicker. And my thought was I'm going to use the edge and glue down these pieces. Like so. My bone folder that I thought was laying here. Here it is. Put these back over in my scrap bin. Okay, and then we'll glue another one down. So basically I'm making the pockets a little bit thicker. I'm going to leave a little bit of room here, about that much. And glue another one down. So this is a great way to use up scraps as well to make little tiny pockets. Let's put one right about there. I'm going to flip this around. I might as well glue this one down. Like so. I'm leaving the extra around the outside edge so I can make this pocket fit fully on my page here, or whenever I want to put something in it. All right, so I'm going to put this one with a little bit of space right there. And let's do another pink one. And then that way I have 3 of each finished on my desk. All right, and then we'll put at least 2 fingers apart, like that. Oh my goodness. All right, see ya. Have a good dinner. Thank you. Put me in the last drawing. Had to blow my nose again. All right. Now, I haven't had time to make another journal right now, so I won't be giving away a full-size journal. I do have some mini journals that I'll give away that anybody and everybody that's here can have an opportunity to win one. All right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this over so I can see. And just kind of gauging. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And I'll cut off a little bit of this excess, and then I'll cut these apart. So we end up with little blocks like this. Heck, let's go to the sewing machine again, too. So we'll get out the sewing lamb. And what I'll do is we're going to sew around these little rectangles. And then we will fold the edges and make these into pockets. I think I may fold down the top edge right now. That way it can be the protective edge at the top of our pocket. So I'm just going to fold that down. Put a tiny bit of glue in there. So we got the first one. I'll just keep doing that. All right. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. I hope that, you know, some of the things that I share gives you some ideas that you can try with your own stash. Okay. Put that right there. we need to find a little image to put on the front. Maybe a faux postage. I don't know if I have one handy, or we can just put words, I guess. Single words. Okay. Almost there. Okay, we got it. All right, so we got all of those. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to stitch around the perimeter inside here. Okay. You know, I didn't say this earlier. If you got a sewing machine and you're using it to sew, basically the idea is you don't want to sew over wet glue if at all possible. So I'm going to flip these over so I can just start with the first one that I made. You want a relatively new thread. I'm using black in the upper and the lower. I have it set for a zigzag stitch. And what else? Just have fun with it, really. Keep your machine clean and you won't have any problems. So I'm just going to stitch and then rotate and stitch. Pardon me. So just stitching all the way around, okay? Alrighty, let's do the next one and the next one. The pink paper is from Calico Collage. It is from, I think it's from Flittering Gems. It's an add-on paper to Norella's Hummingbird paper. I had told her that I thought she needed to add a few pattern papers into her, whoopsie, I'm dropping them on the floor, into her mix of papers, because there are some people that don't have a bunch of scrapbook paper that would like the patterned paper to make elements in their journals. And so I don't know if y'all like those or not. I know that she's added some to the back sides of her fussy cut books, some of the papers she's made. I think she should make a whole book with just patterned papers. See how that goes over. I may have to suggest that to her. She was busy tonight. I talked to her on the phone for a little bit. She has to take her kids to school, or not, I don't know if they're school functions, but after school projects, functions that they attend. So she didn't have a chance to pop in because Mondays are very busy for her. But I was glad to talk to her on the phone for a few minutes. What y'all do this past weekend? Did you have some fun? Did you share with some friends, family, a critter? Whoopsie. Put that back up. I worked Saturday, and then some friends that we've known for a really long time. It was funny because I was friends with the husband first, and then I became friends with his wife. And she texted me, hey, you want to get to dinner tonight? And then he, within like 2 or 3 minutes, also texted me, hey, dinner. It's pretty funny. So then I went and talked to Henry. I said, hey, dinner with our friends. And he was like, I don't care, whatever. I said, okay. So then they made a suggestion of where to go eat. And I went and told Henry, I don't care, whatever. I think we had fun. They came over after we ate dinner, and we played, what did we play? Oh, we played cards, played spades. Aw, thank you, Sandra. All right, so now we've got these little pieces, and what I'll do is I'll trim the corners like so on all these pieces. Okay. Little stashed pieces. Okay. So I'm doing this so I can have the full size of this pocket to put a thingy in. A journal card, a miniature journal, whatever it might be. right, I just saw some paper that I thought would make something cool. Pardon me. Man. No, I do not keep all these little triangles. I don't need to. I have enough stuff in my stash, so I'm just going to throw those away. I know, I threw something away. Can you believe it? Clean my hands again. Alrighty. Let's get a drink. Put this over here. What is this? Scrapbook paper. I was trying to see what I had handy. Alright, so I'm going to take these edges and fold them in. And then this will give me the little gussets, if you will. They are 2 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. I'm trying to get it straight, like that. So we have a little pocket. How many of y'all make little tiny pockets? Again, another way to use up your scraps. You know, if you got a little piece left over on your desk, doesn't have to be very big. You can collage a bunch of them together. Pardon me. Or use one individual one. Okay. There's 2. You make tiny everything. I know Margie likes to make tiny, tiny things. So what gets you so into the tiny things, Margie? Put that there. What made you? You love pockets. Pockets are fun. Just little bitty pockets. I haven't done little pockets like this in a long time, so I usually make them a lot bigger. But I think these will be fun. Alright, so now we need to add some distress inks to the edges, and then what am I going to decorate them with? I'll kind of look in my little folder of stash items and see if I've already got some fussy cut images. I just realized my camera was crooked. You just like tiny stuff? Okay, that's all right. You can like that tiny stuff. That's perfectly fine. Okay. The junk journal is open. I mean, the junk arena, I don't know why I said junk journal. Junk arena is now open. Okay, so we did those. Man, I just can't get over this. I took some Benadryl. Clean my hands off. All right, let's look in my little ephemera fussy cut books. Let's see what we've got here. Little words. Have some butterflies. I knew these were laying out here. We could do something like put a little butterfly in the middle. That might be kind of pretty. I don't see any pink ones, but I do have kind of a purpley color one. So what if we do that? All right, so that's the top. That's the top. Put a little butterfly on there. It's using them up. You made stuff for your dolls? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. You're just already in the zone to make those little things. I missed one. We'll put it right there. All right, so there's the top, there's the top, there's the top. Okay. I've got some, I think I have enough pinky colored ones here. Let's see. There's a pinky colored one. There's a pinky colored one. And there's a pinky colored one. All right, well that worked out. All right, move that back over here. I don't need this one right now. So, I could add like some fibers to those, but let's look at this. I'm going to move these up out of the way. Have those for another day. And let's get rid of this stuff here for a moment. Put these in there. All right, so we had a blue that I thought would look really cute right there. So I think I'll just go ahead and glue them into place so they can be drying. And I don't have to worry about my card accidentally messing it up. All right, we'll put one right there. I'm not going to glue the butterfly yet, I'm just going to lay it there. And then we're going to put a pink one down here. Okay. So let's put that one right here. And then this butterfly would go there. Pink. So I'm trying to decide, I think, yeah, this side. Pardon me. Okay. And let's put one right there. I'm going to take this card out for a moment. And I think what I want to do is put this one over here. So it's kind of opposite of each other. Okay. Like so. So we've got layers upon layers. And I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of some thread. I've got this little bundle of threads that I save for putting on things like this. This is when I may have torn a piece of fabric. So I'm just kind of making it, I call it a little nest. We'll put a little glue down and then stick the thread in that glue. And then I will glue the butterfly on top. And then I like to grab an acrylic block to kind of help smush it down. And let's do another one. So this is the pink one again. So we'll do that. Kind of make a little nest. Stick that down and then add the butterfly. Now let's see if I've got a little bundle of pink in my stash here. That's kind of a pink right there, so I see another one that might be just as good. Okay, so I'll cut that. These aren't my fabric cutting scissors, so they don't cut threads very well. I'm just going to cut this in half. And then move this over and put it on here. Kind of just making a little nest. Put a little bit. Okay. So we're adding, you know, a little bit of embellishment without it being too 3D. So if you like your journals relatively flat, then you can use this. Pardon me. Okay, so let's put, do I have another block here? That one we'll put there. Okay, and then we'll do this one. I think there's more thread here than I need, but we're just going to go with it. Don't want that in there. Okay. Hey, Connie, welcome. Thanks to everybody for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you are seeing some ideas, you know, mixing the scrapbook paper with mixed media papers and using things like Tattered Angels through a stencil. Although I didn't do that during the live, yeah, I've done it often enough that I hope that it gives you some ideas. Okay, so I want to put something in the little pockets that we just made. And I happened to see this little piece of paper here. Since our pockets are 2 inches wide, I think what I want to do I want to make a little bitty envelope? Okay, let's try something. So I'm just pinching that, and then I'm going to fold down this edge. May not go that far. I'm going to go just a little bit. And then fold this side. Trying to match it here. And then I'll fold this down. I may have to fold this more than once, so let's go like that, and then like that. Hopefully I've made that thin enough just by eyeballing it that it fits. Look at there. So we've just added some writing space by using a mop-up paper scrap that I had on my desk here and folding it to look like a little envelope. And I'm just adding the distress ink. I think it just kind of adds a little bit to it, gives it some character. Did I get the inside yet? Not yet. Okay. So that folds up, that folds up, that folds down. So what could we put on the envelope? You know, we've been decorating them. I think we need maybe a tiny flower. And I can't remember if I still had, oh, I've got these, but I don't know if they're too big. I have this little flower. I could stick it on here, but the only purpose is for decoration, not to close it, because it's really too, it wouldn't hold very well to keep it closed, but I think that would be pretty just stuck on there. What do you think? And it kind of peeks out, pardon me, kind of peeks out. I kind of like that. So let's do that. And then I'm looking around to see, oh, I've got this scrapbook paper. We're going to use that. Okay, so let's glue this. All right, so I want to glue that by adding a little bit of glue right here. Try not to go too far. And pasting this down. Did I put some right there? Yeah, so it's somewhat in the center there. So it looks like a little seal. Y'all enter the raffle. Just try to make sure it's dry. I like that. That's so cute. All right, so that's going to go right here. Okay, I like that. You know, I think we need to make maybe a tag and maybe a little booklet. All right, so let's get rid of this. Y'all into the raffle if you haven't already. That's not tall enough. Well, it kind of is. All right, let's see what other paper I have here. I have a piece of graph paper. And there's nothing on the back side, so maybe what we can do is glue it to a busier patterned paper of some kind. I have this little strip. I don't know. I may use it somewhere else. Digging through my pile to see what I got that we can use today. Well, this is a gel print that I photocopied or made into a digital download. So I think what I'm going to do is glue it to the back side, and then we can fold and make a little booklet out of this piece. Just kind of adding a little distress or ink to the edges. I'll need my distressing tool in a moment. I need my bone folder, so I'm just going to line this up with the edge so it's a little bit easier to cut it. And also make this paper just a little bit thicker since it's copy weight paper. Hey, Amanda Dawn, welcome, welcome. Okay. Okay, so that'll be on one side and this will be the other. I'll go ahead and trim it and save that piece. May use it somewhere else. And let's cut this piece off. Okay. Alrighty, so this piece was 2 inches wide by almost 8 inches long. So if I were to do this, fold that, and then fold this again, it may not fit. We'll see. It's right at 2 inches. What I probably should have done was cut a little bit off. So I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to cut just a smidge. There. Come on, get the little scraps out of the way. All right, y'all in the raffle? Sorry, I got distracted. Y'all in the raffle? So then I'm going to fold this in half and use my bone folder to crease it. Okay, and we'll open it back up. And fold it back the other way. Now let's see if this fits. It may not. It won't. I made it too big. But what I might do now instead is just cut it in half, and then I can trim it. And it'll be just 2 little booklets. So I'm going to fold them in half and then cut it off so that it's under 2 inches wide. Hold this in place. So now in theory, mind you, it should fit in here. Yeah, there it goes. So that just kind of fits right there. All right, I'll just do that to this other one just so we can have it. I may not use it in the journal today, but I can use it on a different page if I want. Go ahead and trim this a little bit too. And while I'm at it, I've got I think this is an artist trading card. It's 3.5 inches. So if I cut it at 1 3/4 of an inch, so we end up with these 2 little pieces, which I know is less than 2 inches. Let's add some distress inks to these pieces, and let's grab a punch. I know I saw it. There it is. I think I told y'all that I misplaced this punch and couldn't find it, and then I opened a box not too long ago and it was in that box. All right, so I'm trying to get it dead center of this punch. Oh yeah, let's do the raffle. Sorry. Hey, how are you, Barbie? Welcome. All right, y'all get in the raffle. I'm gonna pick the winner right now. All right, here we go. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, the winner of the little #1 goodie pack is the Mrs. Edmondson. That's funny, Jennifer, since you give me a bunch of things like this. Okay, let's reset. Yes, and we're going to call this #2. So I've got another one here that has some miscellaneous goodies in it. Let's see, this one has a larger acetate tag. Let's go back over here. This one has, looks like die cut 1, 2, 3 little pieces like this is a tag, and these are frames. This is a card that somebody, or tag that somebody made. It says the and sign, me and you. These are like little tags that have a hole punched in them. You probably can't see it. This looks like a little ticket. It says to from. There's the letter L in acetate. This sorry, not sorry. That's funny. Could probably cover that up with something else. That says hello. This is also and. This says my story. And that's just a little diamond. So I'm just passing along, trying to de-stash things that were given to me. So that will be #2. Okay, so I punched that one. I'm going to go ahead and line this up. Punch another one. Y'all enter the raffle. Get rid of these pieces. All right, let's add some distress inks and make these look a little different. I think what I want to do is put a book page over there, and, or I call it a book page, a booklet, little fold over card. This one will go over here, making sure it's going to fit now that I've cut it down. Okay, what are you hanging up on? Okay. Really? Don't do that to me. Do what I want you to do. What are you catching on? Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, so that one's going to go there. And then I think I want the tags are going to go in these. Yeah, let's do the distress ink. What happened to it? Oh, there it is. With that little bit of brown. 35 is better than 30. Oh dear. Okay, so we got 2 little tags. We got a little, oh, let's do this booklet while we're at it, just because. Might as well. That way I have it ready for next time. Okay. So, what do we want on the cover and on these little tags? How about let's get a rubber stamp. I saw one that I wanted to use, and I think it's right here. Put this over here. I think I want to use the sketched wildflowers. I need my acrylic block. And let's get a little scrap of some kind of paper here. Move these out of the way. Save you for another day. my bone folder back where it belongs. Back where you belong. Let's turn this over. Okay, so let's stamp the sketched wildflowers. Just picking up some ink and we're going to stamp that down. Well, that looks cool. Put that one here. And then let's put this one away and get a different stamp. I think, oh, this is not going to stick. Let's do the, this is from the Dainty Flowers set. There's a set of 4 little stamps. I don't have the names on this one because that was before I started doing the names of the stamp set. So I'm going to stamp that and put it right in the middle. Like that. So it's a gel print in the background. Your devices aren't in sync. They're all over the place. Okay, I like those. Let's close this. I don't know that we need any additional thing on there. We could put a word. I guess we could do that. I may have some already stamped. I don't know. I was trying to remember if I had any little words already done. I have specimen. Oh, here's some create, believe, little bitty stamps, words. So I've got faith, believe, create. Let's do some of those. Let's do faith. If I get a hold of it. Come here. All right. I'll just put that right in the corner. Just a cute little, I'm going to set that right there for a moment. And let's do create. On this one, maybe we'll put it here at the bottom. And I just saw that I had the word journal. So on my desk, it hasn't been distressed. Looks like I started to do it on the other side, but didn't like it. So we'll add some distress inks to it real fast. And then let's put that on the little mini fold over bookie. I don't know what you call it, a folded card? So that's from the Journal Quartet Small. I like that. And then let's put believe on this other tag. And let's find some fibers to put at the top of the tag. What do you think? Let's put the words away. My little word folder. I need to stamp a bunch of more words. Put the rubber stamp back where it belongs so I can find it another day. Okay. Fibers. I think that's going to be pretty cute. I'll set that right there so I'll have it. And this one can go in here. Well, I hope it will go in there. Yeah, there it goes. All right, that looks good. Okay. Fibers. What do I have? I've got this kind of a green. This one doesn't have my pink fibers in it, and I don't think I can reach. I don't see my pink ones. I moved them the other day. Let me look in the bottom of my bin here. I have multicolored, but not pink. I have a teal. Oh wait, here's a little pink. We got these colors. How's that? Man, my nose. All right, y'all in on the raffle? Pardon me, I had to blow my nose. Okay. Punch out of the way. All right, so I've got some purplish pink fibers and a teal fiber and this kind of fluffy fiber. So I think what I can do is, I don't want them super duper long, but I'll cut some with my scissors that I like out. All right, so there's going to be one, and then I want to do that again. So I'm just going to kind of get the fibers that I want and cut those. I'll put these back in my bin so I can use them again. And then I've got a piece of wax linen thread. I'm just going to catch the fibers and thread it through. Make sure I got a hold of the fibers. Come on now, get in here. I'm just going to pull those through. And I think I'm going to sew these on the sewing machine. I'm just going to do a quick stitch. You can tie it in a knot if you want. This makes them super flat. And then we'll put this one in here. Like that. And we'll put this one. Let's do it again. Play it again, Sam. Okay. So today we did some stenciling. We did some collaging with papers. We made little cards and tags. You're a little distracted by your cat. All right, and then this one will go in here. All right, come on. I know you can go in there. There you go. And then this one is going to go in this pocket. And you know what? I haven't even decorated the other side yet. We could keep embellishing. We could keep adding. The only thing I think I might add is another sentiment. And that is if I have one that I feel fits. We've got, I've got Be Authentic. I've got Be Authentic we could put right there. Maybe put a piece of fabric behind it. I've got a piece of purple here. Let's see how that looks. What if we did that? Since nothing would show there really, so I think I'm going to do this one. Okay, stay. Oh, he just leaps and thinks, I'm going to make it, or you're going to catch me. That's Hercules. Hercules did that a lot. He would just jump at you, and he expected you to catch him. I was like, oh my gosh, dog. All right, let's put that right here. Let's flip this over. Now, do we see? I don't think, unless I put it, because you're not going to really see it in the spine, but we could put it right here at the very bottom. Celebrate your creativity. How's that? The cats that crash videos. I think that looks good like that. All right, so y'all enter the last raffle for and I'm going to give away a little, I guess we'll do a mini journal real fast since it's so late. And I haven't even put anything on this side yet. I may decide to do all 6 of these. So I have 6 of them. The same way. All of these will go, I'll do the same thing. I'll put pockets on it. I'll make journal cards to go in each one. And then I'll flip it over and I'll make something completely different for the inside. Does that make sense? And I think what I want to do on the inside is I want to put some mini journals in it. I've already had some that I put aside. I just saw them. They were in a Ziploc bag. Where did they go? Well, you've seen some of my mini journals before, so it was just going to put one of those, where is it? In a pocket on this side. I don't know, that's what I was thinking. I may do a tall, skinny one. Like, I know I have some paper sack, and I also have more of this notepad paper. And I think I like that notepad paper. And if I make a little pocket, kind of like I did with the other was a long skinny pocket, but if I did a little pocket and back this onto scrapbook paper, cardstock, that would be kind of pretty. All right, so let's pick the winner of the little packet number 2. And that winner is, Sheila. Congratulations, Sheila. Okay, I'm just grabbing some, oh yeah, like these. This is what I was looking for to show you. All right, mini journal. All right, we're gonna give away a mini journal real fast. So this was some other, you know, like a pocket to hold one of these mini journals on one side and maybe the notepad on the other. And that would be enough, you know, for journaling space, but you could also glue things down if you wanted to. So I have these 4 mini journals. I'm going to lay these out here. And you're going to tell me, lady, pink flowers, I guess butterfly, dragonfly duo, and butterfly, or that may be a dragonfly, but let me know which one you like. So did you like what I did today? I hope you did. I enjoyed making that. And again, like I said, the journal, when it's finished, oh my gosh, it's going to be so fluffy. Because my thought was, for example, like this page would go over that. I'll kind of line it up. So when you get to it, you know, you're going to have a journal there, and then you'll flip this over, and I'll have another page in here. It's going to be thick. It's going to be fluffy. Oh my goodness, it's going to be huge. Alrighty. So I'm going to pick a winner, and I'm giving you just a moment to get in on the raffle. I know it's pretty quick. We're going to pick a winner, and you're going to tell me which one of these little mini journals, and they're just simple. I had some graph paper that looks like scrapbook paper. I had some lined notebook paper. I had a book page in here. Maybe 4 sheets, 4 sheets of paper folded in half. This was some cardstock I had in my stash, and then the images are from Norella. This has got some chipboard. This one has got where I had used my stencil to cut out a shape. These are Norella's images. There's some of my mixed media gel print paper. That is called flax, and I've got some little bling on there. Okay. Woohoo! You're just winning all kind of junk bucks, aren't you? All right, well, let's pick a winner of the little mini journal, and you tell me which one you want. We got Lori, Barbie, Creative Nana, Margie, Mrs. Edmondson, and Connie in the raffle. All right, giveaway. Y'all ready? The winner is da 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 da. Sheila, congratulations. Now let me know which one you want. I think we're going to continue this on next week. We're going to do part 3 next week because I have some wallpaper and calendars that I want to turn into a journal page. So thank you guys and gals for spending the time with me. I greatly appreciate you and your support. Yay! One with the Twitters. So you want these two? Is that what you're saying? One of these two? Which one? Or with the two different ones? One with the letters. There's nothing with letters. Oh, letters. This one. Gotcha. The one with the alphabet. I gotcha. I gotcha. I didn't understand. That was not making any sense. Alrighty. Well, we will get that set aside for you. I'm getting my little notepad ready. Alright, well, I'm going to get off here, I think, now. Henry should be home shortly, and we'll have some dinner. Again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this session and that you are inspired to create your own little pockets and journal cards and put those all together. So let's see, let's close this out. All right, so y'all have an amazing, oh, don't forget to fly, yeah. Y'all have an amazing week. I'll see you next week as I show you one more of the pages that are going in this journal. I did find, I was digging in my closet and I found this old t-shirt that has some bling on it that I used to wear. You can see when I was skinny. And I think I'm going to figure out a way to cover my journal with this. It's got two sides, but I may end up doing like a Franken page out of fabric and only using one of the pieces, probably the one with the butterfly bling, and I'll put one on the front and then use something else on the back. I don't know. This is something I'm thinking about. All right, everybody, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you again for hanging out with me. Lots of love to everybody. Do something creative. Do something fun and share it with somebody that you know, or maybe even a complete stranger. Try to share a little bit of kindness. You never know what this effect can have on someone else if you just are open the door from somebody. Tell them they look great, you know, something like that. You know, just thank you so much for watching and being a part of my world. I greatly appreciate it. Do something fun and creative this week. Y'all take care. You're very welcome. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.